This is a product review for 2026 Honda Elite Pilot. Floor mats, front, rear, and trunk. Today we are going to be upgrading our floor mats, front, the rear, and the back trunk. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is vacuum clean all this dirt out of here. Okay, this is a third row seating, and the seats are down, and I'm going to pull all this stuff out of here and then show you how this works. Okay, these are the same people that I did a product review floor mats on my Tucson. Packaging is very good. And let me just get it out of here. Now, if you have a 2026, and I think this runs through 2025 to whatever model, even though that is the Pilot, this runs like 3 or 4 years of the vehicle. But that is the product number of the thing. And as you can see, the difference between you buying these and sometimes a cheaper one is that the cheaper ones, they start smelling real bad. They're oily. This here is not oily and it doesn't stink. So that's the passenger side. That's the driver's side. A lot of people do not give you the sidekick guards with theirs, where this company, they give you the floor panel piece to protect your from scratching the floor panel. It comes with easy instructions on how to put these floor mats on. And again, I did a review on my vehicle on my 2023 Hyundai Tucson. They sent me a set here. So this for the rear of the floor kick. And I got to see where this is going to go to. That's got to go to something. These are the rear ones. What I like about the rear ones here, they're the long train. Another thing too, if it's a nice warm day, you just leave that in the sun and let it flatten out. It will eventually flatten out in your car, but if you feel like some of these products, when they're bent and crimped, when they come out of the box, they don't form a mold right away. What I like about this product is I'll show you it would form that mold right away. But like I said, if you leave these out in the sun, and they will think. Now this is a weird one because I'm gonna, that's gotta be for the back end separate because it's a 3-row seater. And then you have, like on my car, the separate seat fold down. A lot of these vehicles, when you buy the rear seat, is just one solid piece. So it's hard to fold down one seat at a time. A lot of companies won't even give you the trunk. They will just give you the front floor mat and the back floor mat without the trunk. But again, I've dealt with this company. We've got a good friendship there. So when I told them if they had a floor mat for this, they were willingly to give this to me for nothing to do a product review. But since I already know their product is good, you already know what my answer is gonna be. All right, let's see. Because on my one car, you can keep a floor mat in, but sometimes you gotta take your floor mats out. So that's the driver's side. And again, you don't see no grease or nothing to it. It doesn't stink, because a lot of these cheaper ones do stink. This is the clips right here that you unclip these. And you're probably saying, well, why would you replace your floor mats? And I'll tell you why. If you live up north, you have snow, kids or whatever, even in Jersey, you go to the beach a lot. I mean, in Florida, you go to the beach a lot. You get sand in here. I mean, it could be a hot mess. So let me get these off. And these are easy. That does have a protective thing that the dealership should have pulled off, but I'm not gonna. whatever you do, when you take these floor mats and you put these somewhere safe that you can remember, okay? Because what happens is, if you ever decide to sell your car and you happen to scuff up your rubber floor mats, or they don't look just as nice, you could just put this in there, and I promise you it makes a big difference in a resale of a car. So if you already know 4 or 5 years you're going to buy a car, I promise you, this doesn't have seat covers. I want to see if they have seat covers. I do have seat covers on my car, BB's car. I do have dashboard covers as well. And again, those are all added protection, especially here in Florida with the sun. But like I said, when you resell a car and your seats are all scratched up, whatever, with the seat cover, when you take it off, underneath that would look brand new. And it makes a big difference, again, when you resell a car with a lot of miles versus you're selling a car that looks all junked up with a lot of miles. These are fairly easy to install. It has the kick plate protector, which we normally scratch up. It goes underneath here. The gas pedal. It has all the cutouts for the gas pedal, so you're not getting a stuck gas pedal. These holes do line up to your hole here. And then all you gotta do is just get these right and make sure you lock these down. It's an easy push and twist. And you can see how it has an upper thing, an upper lip here. There was one time where I accidentally dropped some soda in BB's car, and what this did was it kept all the soda in here without spilling anywhere else. So just remember that. Do not armor all these, because you don't want this slippery, because then your feet will slip off the thing. So if you get one of those cheap ones and you got the oil on it, alcohol it or Dawn soap it free. But this I don't have to worry about. It's got nice grip, nice hold. Let me put the other side in and then we'll do the rear. Just did want to show you, see how it's molded to the pedal. No interference. No interference in you, because there's already a hump in the floor panel there. So you have no interference with your feet or anything there. But that looks pretty good. And it's locked into place. Okay, I know people are probably gonna say, well, why would you put something like there, which is this piece is gonna cover that? If you notice, the dealerships, they've already put a protective cover, because when your foot slides, it hits this. So you don't, you avoid scraping that. I know some people with car shows or whatever, they like to keep that kind of thing there. But for added protection, you get this tape. It's easy to peel. This is more longer, and then that would stick right to there, so that you're not scratching right this off or down to the paint, because this has a little bit of thickness to it. So that's what that would look like when that's there. So, and it comes for all the doors. So basically you would clean this area up with alcohol, unpeel that, and stick that right there for your added floor protection, because a lot of people do use this as a step too to get up. The vehicle's not tall or high, but depending on your height, people do use sometimes step on this to help them get up. And the door will close easily with this in there, but that's what that's for. This is just a prime example. My father eats in the back. He's spilling stuff, and this stuff is hard to get out the rug. What I like about the floor mat is that all this stuff will stay in the rubber floor mat, and it is easy to vacuum clean and just wipe up with a rag. So we're gonna put this piece here. I'm gonna vacuum clean it, take that floor mat out, and then we're gonna put the other one, and I'll show you what it looks like. And the other one does come with a rear protector too on the floor. Okay, you get these to come off. These lock and unlock with a simple twist, and voila. And you see the dirt right there? That's what floor mats cannot, that's what the new floor mats will prevent. So when you got these regular factory floor mats, or you buy these ones that don't have the cup, that's where your sand, your dirt, it'll get all along these edges. And like I said, what's good about the new rubber floor mat it forms a wall. So you won't get these behind or underneath your floor mat. So let's get the other floor mat and replace it. It's a big difference. It slides right in there. And again, you see the lip, you see the little lip, you see the edge. So now anything, if he drops anything in this, it won't go behind here. See all the lip, you spill some drinks or whatever in the back, you got kids, it'll all stay on here. You get a towel, you wipe it dry, you unhook it, and you wash it clean with Dawn soap. Real simple. Again, do not armor roll these type of floor mats. And what's good about it is when you put it in the locking position, remember that little bulge, it's going down now because I got to lock the other side, but you see how it lifts this up firm against here. You see the cup, now there's nothing gonna fly. Sometimes you drop something and it rolls. This will prevent it from going underneath the seat, but that looks good. This car has an option. It does have a third row seating. It has an option to where you can lift this seat up and go to the back seat this way. Another option is this piece comes out in the center. So if this center you can put in your garage. Some of these vehicles do come with it, some of them don't. This is the Elite, this is the full package one here. This one happens to come with it. But you can disconnect this here. There's a pull thing right there. You can remove this and then the passengers can go this way instead of moving your seat up. So that's good if you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 people. This makes the 5th seat. So now you can have 3 in the back, 2 to 3 in the rear. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can be an 8-passenger car because they opted to get this center seat here. The package comes with the center seat. I'm just not lifting up the seat because my dad has his stuff there. But like I said, this is an 8-passenger car, and it's a nice size. And I don't know if I had showed, got nothing to do with the review, but it does come with the shaded extra window for the sun. Okay, now that's put in, let's go to the, and this has a protector plate for the rear, especially people going in and out of here a lot. They will scuff up this area, especially kids. They intend to stand on this here. But again, that's the option if you want to put it in there or not. But that's up to you. If you like that look, that's fine. You want to protect it, that's even better. So again, that's optional, but it's a good option because like I said, when you buy other floor mats, they don't even give you this option to put this here. But everything is looking good and flat. It flattened itself out because I locked it, it stretched it, and look at that, look at that, look at that bowl. You literally got a bowl. So just imagine snow, ice, leaves, sand. It will all stay in this floor mat. Now in the rear part here, again, a lot of floor mat companies don't give you this rear part option, and if they do, it's just one solid piece. This is the cheapest rug that you will have is in the back seat, this area here. That's why a lot of dealerships, they'll try to sell you their version of their cloth one, but you don't want the cloth one, you want the rubber one. But as you can see, all the damage that's happening because my mother puts that walker in the back. You can see all the scraping marks because again, this is not thick rug like your floor or your floor mats. This does have a trunk here, so I can put all her floor mats in here because she doesn't really use this area here. So that way if she decides to sell the car, she has a place. But okay, so this has a door. Oops. This has individual seating popping up. So if I wanted to leave this side down, if I'm putting wood, and leave this side up if I happen to have a passenger or 2. Okay, let's get the other floor mat in there. Okay, this rear floor mat has Velcro strips already in them. So the Velcro strip is easily gonna attach to the material to keep it from sliding and coming off. Has a nice Velcro strip line, so it's gonna be this secure. All the holes are there, which I will match up for the pull, the locking stuff there. So all the holes line up. Each individual mat goes up and down, So this here, again, easy to install. You might have to mess around with it a little bit. It has the crinkle like on my vehicle, which is not a flat piece where it'll snap. This gives us enough room to flex in the area there. Okay, let's get this put on. Now there you have it. Okay, those other seats do not come with guards up there. So a lot of times you don't have those seats down to use. Rarely you do. It's because those seats are normally sitting back up. It's mainly this part area here that has the guard there. Okay, this doesn't have the Velcro because of course this opens up. You have an option to cut this hole out. I don't usually cut it out on mine because I don't want the dirt to get in there. It's just as easy as lifting this up, pulling that up, and voila. This side here has a flap. So now you got a little hidey space right here. See, no one will see that little hidey space. This side here just comes directly towards the edge so that you can use this compartment back here as they do for her little shoe box, her extra shoes. Okay, now this, you're gonna see here as this folds. See, you see how it folds in? So that's not gonna snap. So there you have it. Oop. Don't ask me how to work these, but I gotta lock it. Let me see if I can lock it. Basically, you have to pull this back to lock it. But now you see, if I wanted wood here, you see how this is, it's perfectly flat. Just makes your trunk space smaller. And you see how that is down. Vice versa. A lot of these people that sell this stuff, again, will only sell a one piece, or they will only sell this small piece to you. They won't sell that addition to you because of that situation. Because now I'm opening up the third row. Okay? So let's get this side up. And again, I gotta lift that headrest. Now you can see the shrinkle, the part that curlies is inside there. It's not gonna snap. Now you see when it's in the small version of the seat. I asked myself this question. Well, what the heck is this for? I found out what it's for. It's for your third row seating. Here. That's your third row, has its own little floor mat here. All right, this one here does not have no locks to it. So you don't have to remove that third floor mat out. I would recommend just to leave it in there, okay? And this does come with a third row. Again, tiny lip, slips underneath, and there you have it. Eventually this will go down. There we go. Like I said, if you leave these out in the sun, they'll flatten out, but you can see this row hardly ever gets used. But look at that. A third row seating lip. If you got kids, again, they spill something, you have the lip to ensure any spillage not to go nowhere, any sand, snow, or whatever, not to go anywhere. Again, you dry it up and easily remove. When the dirt is on here, it's easy to vacuum and then wipe clean if you want. So again, that's pretty neat that it comes with a third row seating floor mat. You're getting all this in one package. All right, let me put her seat back to the way and let's get this thing in here and show you how it doesn't scrape. And when I put her walker in there, there you go, see? And again, this, when the walker's on here, this is definitely going to set it down. There you have it. There's the walker. Now you can slide it. You don't have to worry about scratching anything because you're just, if anything, this is what you would damage. If you use this and you're carrying paint on you, this does not have a lip to hold anything. So again, be careful when you're carrying paint. But again, if you have to put a walker or something heavy, for those who don't use the third row seating, voila. Now she can slide this on and off without damaging that rug back there. Finally, the last installation is going to be the passenger front. And again, you'll be getting sand and dirt all up in here because this is all flat. But with that there, you're going to see the difference. Okay, easy installation. You're gonna see the lip form. Let me get the lock lined up. And like I said, you could see all the lip now. This is locked into place, no sliding. Spilled drinks. See, even up there has a lip. That's a lot of water you can put in there. Was wondering what this piece was for, and now I found out what it's for. They'll even give you one there for your little storage space. There you go there. Even got that for your storage space. And you see, my parents were using napkins to keep that from scratching. So there is my honest review. Again, they've done my vehicle. Now they've done my parents' vehicle. Good product, well worth it. I promise you. Now I'll keep these floor mats here in her space cover here. And I gotta put this out here because that comes with the vehicle. And there you go. Looks real good. Holds a lot of stuff. If you get in there, easy to clean. Link will be in the description. Thank you for sending me your product here. So until the next one, guys, see ya.